Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Frigidaire Refrigerator Water Actuator Arm. It's going to be a very easy repair and it should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new Water Actuator Arm. The water actuator arm is located inside the dispenser. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's cracked or damaged and you're not getting any water when you try to dispense it. In order to get to the part, we have to take the dispenser apart. First thing we're going to do is pull the drip tray out. All you have to do is grab it, pull it out, and set it aside. Once you have the tray out of the way, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove these 3 screws that holds the bottom of the frame to the door. Once you have the screws out, we can lift the control panel up and unhook it from the door and then pull it out so we can disconnect the wiring harness. Once you have the control panel away from the door, we can reach in and disconnect this wiring harness. There's no latch or anything that holds it in. You just want to grab it and carefully pull it off. Once you have the wire harness unhooked, you can set the control panel aside. With the front panel out of the way, we have to remove this whole assembly. First thing we're going to do is take something that's slightly smaller diameter than the opening for the water line and push the water line up into the dispenser housing. Once you have the water line pushed up into the housing, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove these 3 screws. Now that we have the screws out, we can lift the assembly out. And there's a connection right here for the wiring harness. All you have to do is press the locking tab to release it and pull it off. Once you have the wiring harness disconnected, we can pull the assembly out of the dispenser housing. Now that we have the assembly out of the refrigerator, we can turn it over so we have access to the water actuator arm. We're going to take out these 2 screws that hold these brackets in the water arm. You want to make sure you look at where the spring is so you remember where that goes when we put it back together. Once you have the screws and the brackets removed, you can lift the water actuator arm out. Here's the old water actuator arm next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can put the new water actuator arm in. Your spring should still be there, held in by the little tabs. So we can put the new water actuator arm in. All we have to do is set the pins in the groove, and you want to make sure that the spring catches right there where it's supposed to go. And we can push it up into place and put the screws and the locking tabs back in and tighten them down. Once you have the screws tightened down, you can turn it over and make sure it works. You want to make sure that the water actuator arm engages the switch. It has to hit that switch back here, so when you do press the arm, the water is turned on. Once you have the part installed, we can put this assembly back into the dispenser housing. To put the assembly back into the dispenser, we're going to grab the water line and feed it down through the hole. All you have to do is put this up at an angle like this and grab the line and push it through. Once you have the water line in place, we can rotate the assembly up. We're going to reattach the wiring harness on the left-hand side. Going to have to angle it in a little bit. So all you have to do is plug the wiring harness in, make sure it locks into place so you get a good connection. Once you have that snapped in, then we can lift the assembly back up into the housing, and we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in to hold it in place. put the control panel frame on, we're going to have to hook this wiring harness up into here. So we're going to rotate it over so we can plug it in. Once you have it started, you just want to carefully push it in so it locks into place, so you get a good connection. And then we can rotate the panel over and mount it. Once you have it rotated over, you can line up the 3 tabs that go into these holes and hook it in. Once you have it in, you can pull it down to lock it in place. Then we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the 3 screws in the bottom. Once you have the screws in, we can put the drip tray in. All you have to do is line that up and snap it in. Once you have the drip tray snapped in, you can plug the refrigerator back in and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.